Okay, this is the build log for the 13th of June. This build log is going to be focusing on the lobby page. So as you can see from what I've got on the screen, this is a new page I've come up with for the game. I'm not focusing on the 3D parts for now because this plays quite an important role in players being able to even start the game. So as you can see, I've got a tabbed interface. So there's 10 tabs, and inside of these tabs you can see I've got quite a complex layout going on. This is utilizing CSS Grid. It's a new standard coming out for creating complex layouts. I'm using it to create a priority based item list. So each of these items within this grid is a player, and as you can see, some players are more prominent with more space allocated, and this is just to demonstrate that they're more important within the context of the game. So the more powerful players will take up more space on the screen, whereas the smaller players, information visible about them will eventually just whittle down to numbers. So the player number assigned dictates how potentially strong they are. So with there being 1,000 players, divided into these 10 tabs as 100 players, which is where this comes to play in the tab. There's also names and colours to enforce the prominence of how potentially strong they are. So going from 10 to 1, a colour's representing health deteriorating. So green's often used as a colour to represent someone who's perfectly healthy. Going down to pale colours, and then to colours representing bruising, and then red and black to basically represent death and near death. So apart from that, it's still kind of a work in progress. It's taken me quite a long time to just play around with these features, and it's still a reasonable amount of time needs to go into it. As you can tell, the colours at the moment, they're a bit strong in contrast. That's definitely going to be smoothed out. But yeah, overall, it's now functional that I can actually fit 1,000 players within a small amount of screen space. So this browser that I've got open at the moment is just on a 1080p display, and hopefully in the future, going forward with this interface, I should be able to scale it up and down with utilizing the new grid features. And all of this data that's on the screen at the moment is just placeholder data. Because there's no networking functionality to the game yet, this is just data generated by fake PHP. So that's it for this build log. In the next part, I am returning to the 3D parts of the game, and I'm basically going to be looking at combining this interface to quickly try out the different coordinates on the map.